it comes up to here. You do it like this.
Hey, give people some premise. You're coming in halfway through the story.
Oh, we were just talking about the old days.
3 or 4 finger lids. What anybody remember besides us?
Yeah. I think it was 4 finger, but it might have been 3.
But I'm saying, people might have been more gracious back in the day. Where at the time that I would go to I had this old dude that he was my friend's dad, and I would travel with him from up north down to Port Huron. He would pick up like a pound, and he'd be like, "All right, divide up these lids." And I would just like, "How do you do it?" He's like, 3 fingers.
You got to break it down. Break it down.
3 fingers in a sandwich baggie. So we would just be sitting in the kitchen, getting high, doing.
And that was called a lid.
Yeah, well, that's what he called them.
That's what it was called. It was called a lid. Yep.
Yeah.
And usually a lid ran around 30 bucks. 30, 40 bucks for a lid.
200.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, different days.
Oh, yeah, different days. $200 back then. $200 back when I was doing it back then. You get a pound for $200.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I'd get.
And I'd be a pound of good shit for $200.
Get pounds of. Oh, I'd get quarter pounds or half pounds of Mexican brick weed for like $550, $600.
You said brick weed. Oh, it was compressed in a brick.
Compressed in a brick.
Yeah.
Full of seeds.
Yeah. Stems too.
Yeah.
Stems in there too.
Yep.
They just take and put it in the press.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh man, I hated that. It was funny because I'd give people bags and it would be
oh yeah,
flat. I'm like, nope, that weighs.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I was always good. I'd be like, because I had this rule, like, bring me back your baggie of seeds. Like, if you have a quarter of seeds, and I'll give you another.
Oh, okay.
Fair's fair.
Oh shit! I'm sure fucking Mike said something. Let me. What? Don't you look at this? Just don't pay attention.
I remember one time I got mini bricks. The whole brick was about this big.
Okay.
Right. About maybe about that big. That was a brick.
It was about as big as a phone?
Yeah, but it was thicker.
So that was like 2 ounces maybe, right?
No.
More?
So the first time I saw the stuff, the guy told me, he says, give me $180 for this pound. This little brick was sitting on there, the little square thing was sitting on the table. I said, where is it? He says, right there. And I picked it up. I said, what the hell is this?
Hashish.
I'd never seen it.
You'd think it's hash.
I said, man, get the fuck out of here, man. You try to cheat me. He says, no. He brought a scale out. He put it on the scale. The motherfucker weighed a pound. I was like, what the fuck?
How did it break up?
You steamed it.
So he shut the fuck up.
No, he showed me. He took the screen out of the window. Like a window screen there.
Yeah.
He took it out of the window and he put it on there and he put it above a boiling pot of water where the steam would come up.
Like those towels.
And he had it on there for about 15 or 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden he started breaking it up. And after he broke it up, it was a pound of weed, man. I was like, what the fuck?
I don't believe that shit.
It was crazy. It's called a mini brick. It's called a mini brick. And they did it that way because they could get a lot more when they smuggled it.
Yeah, it's easier to smuggle.
Yeah.
That's like
fucking
Up in Smoke movie. They made the whole
van. But usually that wasn't really good weed, though. It was usually just so weed. It was like Mexican, you know.
Well, of course.
That's all there was for
you
so long.
You wouldn't use good weed in that process, I would hope, if you're smart.
Oh, but they would sell you that. They would tell you if you wanted the good shit. Like, let's say you want to get 20 pounds or 10 pounds. So when you dealt with them, they'd tell you, the Jamaicans do this too. They would tell you like, you want this? You want this good shit, huh? Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, it's gonna cost you so and so, but I can't sell it to you. So, well, why can't you sell it to me? We have to buy 4 pounds of this too.
Yeah.
And it'd be some real dog shit weed, you know?
Yeah.
But if you wanted that, it was
Did you make money off the dog shit?
No, we just basically give it away. We just roll a bunch of joints. We have a party. We'd roll like 300-400 joints and give joints away and shit like that.
Yeah, so no one knows. No one knows it's your shitty weed.
Times were rough.
Well, I mean, it's illegal, so it's a different world.
Yeah, exactly. And
I mean, it's not completely legal everywhere in the country right now, so people could be watching it, not watching this, or watching this and be in a state where they're like, it's not legal, asshole. I can still go to jail, and it's true, which is fucking stupid.
I can honestly say back in the days when there weren't weed snobs that I knew of, because, you know, beggars can't be choosers, right?
Right.
I would go, there were a couple times where I'd be like, nope, not going to pay that for that. And they'd be like, all right, fucking $75. I'm like, all right. That's a win for that brown poop.
That's a win.
Because it was like $120 for an ounce of some, well, an ounce of weed.
I wish I could find that guy that I knew at the country club I worked at. Can't really remember his name. I'm gonna actually try to. I should sit on that sometime in the meditation, see if I can figure it out. I know it's in there, but first weed plant I'd ever seen was at his house. It was a mother that he was holding for his buddy, and he was like, he had the best weed in the area. It was $300 a fucking ounce. And in '97, that's pretty good fucking.
That was good weed.
Yeah.
That was top of the line weed.
That's fucking. I think it might have been Northern Lights, or it might have been a Chem Dog. I don't fucking know. I just know that it got me to stop smoking weed. I can tell you that much. Yeah, it used to give me panic attacks.
Oh, dude, weed, but I keep telling people would say weed not the strongest. No.
So listen to this shit. Oh, I wish I could bring it up. So I was looking at comments, and I posted this comment because someone commented something about us not saying anything about the high of the whatever fuck we're smoking, and we've already discussed that, so we won't get back into that.
We did that today, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we covered those bases.
Yeah, we did that today on the other episode. So basically, someone else responded to it, to me posting that on Instagram. They responded to that saying that blah blah blah. You're kind of bordering on addict, and yeah, I know. Addiction, I get it. But he also said that Bradley, you know who Bradley is from Sublime?
No.
You don't know who Sublime is? Smoke 2 joints in the morning. I smoke 2 joints at night.
Smoke 2 joints
Oh
in
my
the
Lord.
afternoon. Makes me feel
So it's a song.
No, it's a band that you would really enjoy.
Bradley Noel.
Brandon Noel was a singer of this band that died in '96 from a heroin overdose. And
I know who you're talking about.
He died right when he was about to pop.
I know who you're talking about.
Robin the Hood is one of my favorite albums.
I think I know who you're talking about.
So, anyways, the song is "Smoke 2 Joints." So I kind of like live on that basis. If people not shit on me, or say something, I was like, it's just a sublime life, man. I'm living a sublime life. I smoke 2 joints. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, well, he was smoking weed that was 4 to 5% and fucking 5 to 10% at tops.
But he was smoking Cali Sensi.
And he was in Cali. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Sensi in the 80s.
He's obviously never been to Cali, huh?
Obviously not.
Because,
no.
That's ridiculous.
Especially in the 90s. Chem Dog came in the 90s.
Chem Dog, Larry OG. I mean, I could go on and on and on.
Exactly. So it was kind of funny.
Because I was in
the reference.
Yeah, the reference was just
bad one.
Because
I stated that if he was alive today, if he hadn't died, he would be smoking like Snoop and Wiz. He was that kind of smoker.
Like, if anything, Marley was smoking shitty weed because he was smoking those fucking spliffs.
You say it's shitty, but it was fucking
No, it
sativa.
probably was good.
Who you talking about?
Bob Marley.
I'm just talking shit.
You think
Yeah, you're talking shit, because I'm going to tell you what.
Because
He was smoking quality shit, man.
Yeah, I've seen that man's eyes.
Because
they're tomatoes.
they were coming out. You know, he could go up in the mountains and get it.
That's crazy.
He can go up in the mountains and get it. They'll bring it to
Man,
him. They would bring it to him.
That's cool,
He's-
isn't it?
He would
That's
smoke
gold.
some.
To be living in a place where you can just grow it naturally, and just throw seeds out, and
Yeah.
You
Throw 'em
have
out
to
in the
be
mountain.
smart and do a big enough harvest. And
No,
yield.
no, like-
These other guys out. Did you see the guys out? The guys that go around to the different countries.
Oh, the
They go to different
seasons.
grows. They went to Jamaica. Did you see that one?
yeah, that's
Oh.
So they are a lot of who I based a lot of my growing off of. Greenhouse
Okay.
seeds, because they used to do the grow videos of all their seeds.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah, the show I saw, it was them going around getting seeds from different places.
Yes, because the last one I saw, and the last one that caused a lot of controversy, is they went and got some strain out of the Congo. They pulled a very, very, very rare land race out of the Congo.
That's dope.
Yeah, minus the fact that they basically took a
And
fucking multi-million-dollar product
yeah,
from a place and gave them a couple $100.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they gave them thousands, but
But they risk. You got to understand. They literally risked their lives and footed the bill all along the way.
no. You're not understanding though. These
I
people,
get what you're saying.
These people have put in generations growing this. It's their fucking.
It's their shit.
You're saying
They
it's their hard
it'd
work.
be
It's
like
their
if
shit.
someone come in and just took a deadhead clone and then started putting it out there as if, oh, this is my deadhead.
They created it. Maybe even changed the name.
Yeah,
But here's
because
the
they
thing.
did. What they did is they
Well,
took it back. They
sure
found
they
the
did.
best cuts they could find,
Sure they
and
did.
then they reproduced it. And now they sell it as a seed
Mhm.
because they have in Switzerland they have giant fucking facilities. So there's been a lot of criticism about that guy,
Right.
The king of cannabis,
Right.
He's known as the king of cannabis. His partner was supposed to be the good guy because he was actually going back and like he
Hooking
died.
the people up.
Yeah, he was building wells and shit down there, and he actually died of malaria while he was back there helping them. So he was known as the guy that would go back. So it's one of those things where it's hard to support greenhouse seeds because they're basically Monsanto of cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hate on that because I get it. You're down there. You're like, fuck. They could let this
But-
thing die.
But do you
But
know
see,
what people hate?
that's a degree. That's a degree of imperialism.
No, again, they're not dying. There's no one dying down there. These
No.
people have normal lives. They're living regular lives.
They've been doing this shit for.
And if
Yeah.
if weed becomes legal, you took the one thing that they have that has some value, and you like they do with the fucking gold. It's no different than us coming in there and stealing their fucking gold, or stealing their fucking diamonds, or taking all their fucking oil and just taking it out and then leaving them with no money. Like
or
how do you
very, or very little.
yeah, how do you go to a place, extract billions of dollars of resources?
And you become filthy rich.
Yeah, and then the people who you extracted it from, you basically abandon them when the resources are gone, and you left them
But
in poverty.
That's what they do to Africa. That's what they've been doing to Africa
Yeah.
for all these years, man.
So the cannabis industry, that's the people that are doing it. They've
Mhm.
been doing it all over the world. And
Mhm.
again,
I'm
it
not
takes a
hating.
lot of
I'm not
work.
gonna hate on that.
It takes a lot of work to
It's-
produce those seeds, but at the same time, it took a lot of generations for them to grow that shit down there.
I get
Exactly.
that.
A legal market in
In other
10
words-
years
I
could
get
open
that.
up.
See, what they should have done, they should have licensed them. In other words, until if we make a certain amount of money, we're going to bring a certain amount back to you.
Or here, again, I think it's illegal. I think that's part of the reason why it's such an issue down there. How about we?
Or is it a way they could help?
Yeah.
But-
How about we spend money to help your government become a good government, and then have the government legalize cannabis
But-
so you can use it as a
Alright.
way. So now you grow the plants and grow the seeds because
All right.
now, and then we'll just ship them from here.
Have you ever thought about the fact that you could be, by giving someone in an impoverished area too much money that you are signing
No.
you're signing their own death notice?
Then what are you doing for the rich guy that just took it all?
You give somebody.
But wait a minute, hold up.
Again,
That's progress, man.
Yeah.
That's how we got where we are today. That's the millionaires that are here today. That's how they got there.
No,
wasn't
no,
you
no,
telling me about
no.
the rich guy that would go in and give the gold, or is it him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again,
Oh,
it depends on how much value you put on gold, on whether it would ruin your society. Because again, if you're a society that puts no value in gold, then
Right. I think his name was Masa Musa.
Yeah, I've heard.
And he.
But hold on, that's not what we're fucking talking about. What we're fucking talking about is you could have built an ecosystem in the fucking area that you stole the fucking resources from.
Maybe you can't because maybe it's fucking war torn.
No, again,
Well, regardless of that, you could have helped in some kind of way.
you're stealing millions and millions.
You could have put wells in. You could have built schools. You could have built a hospital. There's things you can do, especially if you've made a boatload of fucking money.
We're not talking, and that's the money we're talking about. We're not talking. You just leave a lump of cash.
But we're talking. Even though there's a lot of money in the cannabis industry, there's not infrastructure money.
Again.
There's not build the fucking. There's dig wells. There's
You
not.
do understand that this dude we're talking
yet.
about is a fucking billionaire. There is money for infrastructure, especially when you're talking about a product. Again, the proper way to do this, the proper way to do it with land races, if you want the proper land race seed, and this is true.
But I want him
Hold
focused on cannabis.
But we're talking about
not
cannabis.
building
Hold on,
the
listen to
people
me.
that he
Stop.
stole from.
If you're talking about fucking land races, a true land race has to come from the fucking area that it's at. So say he don't have a land race. So what he could have done is actually built the infrastructure to help them ship the fucking land race out properly. Instead, he just stole it for himself. He could have put the money into it, and he would have made just as much money off of it that way as he is now.
Nope.
Yes, he would.
Or even if he didn't, he'd have still made millions.
Import, export. You can't import and export fucking.
He's importing and exporting it everywhere anyway.
like that.
You act like he's not now. He's built an import-export system. You just have to get
from
it
Africa.
from everywhere. He sends them all
He's
over the
worldwide.
world.
He's
Yeah,
worldwide.
Greenhouse Seeds is $1 billion company.
But you're talking about sending bud.
No, I'm talking
No,
about seeds.
seeds.
Oh.
That's how he makes his money. He sells you a tiny seed for $10.
Yeah.
You know how many seeds he gets off one branch?
Sure.
1,000.
That's cool.
Okay, so again,
you got to get 100 of them to
so what
find
he did,
one that's good.
What? No. Yes, you do. So what he did is he took the seed from down there and he brought it to his laboratory and he just bred it out and made the best of what he thought it was the best, and that's what he's calling a land race from the Congo, and he's going to sell that as this thing. Now, what he could have done is actually made it a land race from Congo, gave these people a future because then they could control their own fucking product, and they can control their own future. But instead, he took their future away.
No, if I'm that guy, it's my mission, it's my dream. They're a variable that's going to cause me to fail.
Well, that's a
Yeah, I disagree 100%.
again, we disagree. You're a capitalist. That's how a capitalist thinks because he's going to make the most profit. But the reality is, it's not about the profit. If everyone else hates life,
No, it's about
you're gonna hate life yourself.
No, it's
At some
about
point, they're gonna kill you.
It's
If everyone
about
else
about the profit, but it's about sharing the profit
No, it's about sharing opportunities.
and the profit.
That's all it is. It's not
The
even
profit.
profit.
But the
Fuck
profit-
They might not even go wide. They might not even sell out.
But
the
the pro-
seeds might not sell. You're just
But-
giving them the same
I
opportunity.
mean, I'm not saying if it wasn't me in that position that I wouldn't offer every person the chance
So I come over to you.
to come abroad and work with me, for me.
So I come over to your house.
Yeah.
Okay. And you say, "Hey, Rudy, man, come here, man. Look. And we go downstairs. You got a laboratory downstairs, and you've invented something. You know, and you showed it to me. Yeah, and it works like this, Rudy. And blah. I'm like, wow, man, that's deep. So I leave, right?
Yeah.
I got more money than you got.
Yeah.
So I say, that was a good idea. Let me go talk to a couple of scientists I know,
Yeah.
a couple of industrial. And I take your idea to them.
You think that?
Listen to me, let me finish. I take your idea to them, and I make $1 billion.
For sure.
And I don't give you none of it.
That's 100% fair. More than
No.
fair. That is so fair because I know that I should like any
so then that
smart
stifles competition.
any smart person should know that they don't give up their whole wheelhouse of thought just to
again you say that because you're again if that is good to you, you are greedy. I'm sorry, but if that's a good mode of business for you to take someone else's idea and copy it because you have more money and more capital, like Bezos is doing. Bezos, you put your stuff on there, you put your brand new idea on there, you get, I'm selling that, it's selling like crazy. They tag it and they go, we're going to reproduce this at a third the cost because we can buy things at so cheap a level on credit. And then, on top of that, we're going to sell it for 50% of what you sell yours for.
And we're going to trademark it so you can't make no more of them.
Yeah. Well, they don't do that because you trademarked it.
No, not if you have it.
Yeah. No, it's not even having. They just copy things that are already trademarked, too. They take fucking things that are... Someone took an idea and improved it, so they... let's just steal that, too. That's stealing, dude. It's the same as... It's basically stealing. Mm-mm. I don't know how it's not stealing.
Not at all.
Okay, if it's not stealing, it's taking advantage of.
100%.
Yeah, it's taking advantage.
I won't disagree with that.
No, if you take someone else's intellectual property and you claim it as your own without any fucking actual due work towards it, you are stealing.
And you
don't give a fuck.
Now
that's not fair. You should not take someone else just because you saw it. I saw it. I get rights to it because I saw you do it. I can take it now.
And that's why. Hold on. That's why now.
Hold on there, because by definition, that's what that's what it is to take anything from the earth.
Okay.
Whether it be plant or animal, and that's the argument that
no, but see
that's the argument that like vegans have on taking things from animals, but they have no problem taking it from a plant. All these things are sustaining life structures that are in the system, and to say that
how did you we weren't any? There's no fucking vegan here. There's nothing to do with veganism at all in this, but yet you turn it into I'm going to make it so vegans are the bad guys, so I'm going to kill your argument because vegans are bad guys.
I'm not saying the vegans are bad guys.
Then what the fuck do vegans have to do with what I just said?
They do because...
You just changed the subject so I would forget it because I'm high. That's all you did. You went with your conservative argument of, I'm just going to argue something else. That way, maybe you'll forget about it, and I'm going to be right about what I'm arguing because what I'm arguing is irrelevant to anything. No one gives a fuck about vegans.
Hold on, when did I win the argument?
No, you changed the argument.
You just told me I won.
That's how conservatives try to win an argument. By arguing something else that has no relevance to the argument.
That's called what do they call it?
No, it's like fire starting or
gaslighting. Yeah, but they got a name for it. It's a saying.
Look at me over here.
Whenever a Republican gets caught doing something, they say, "Well, what about Obama?" Or "What about?" In other words,
listening to Shapiro, by the way. It's all the Democrats. Democrats are always shit. Every city a Democrat runs shit. Look at Flint. If it wasn't for a Democrat running it, not acknowledging the fact that it was an emergency manager that was running the city at the time, and taking his orders from a Republican fucking governor.
We know because we're here in the state. We know this.
No, he knows it too, but he's telling you misinformation.
Yeah,
on purpose.
On purpose.
Because he knows that his base ain't gonna go, oh wait, I should look that up. Yeah, I know for a fact that I watched the fucking documentary. The guy was white as fuck. The mayor, he was white because he said it was a black Democrat. It's like, no, it was maybe a white Democrat, but it didn't matter. They had no power.
Exactly.
And remember how they did that? Hold on a second. Remember how they did that?
It was a lady. She was.
No, it wasn't. It was a white Democrat guy. Look it up. It was a white guy that was mayor.
No, she doesn't. Because they caught her for not even living in Flint. She lives somewhere else.
Hold on.
I don't have details on this, so I don't know.
I mean, that's like jogging my memory, but I do remember that one.
Either way, we've had a vote in 2000, whatever the fuck it was. I can't remember what year it was, but it was on the ballot. Ken Snyder assigned emergency managers to cities that are going bankrupt.
I remember
and
that.
we denied it. But then, because it failed on the fucking ballot.
Okay.
But then he went above the ballot and just
And
said
did it
fuck it
anyway.
anyway and just did it himself.
Anyway.
Just did what he wanted, and he put a manager on the two cities that were failing, which were Flint and Detroit,
Mhm.
and he's the one that caused them to switch the fucking water.
Hey,
That's
It was
you're
their
right.
choice.
Sure did. That's true. I know that's true.
Okay, for one, it was this fucking dude, and he's not fucking a black lady.
He's about as white as they
Right there,
come.
dude. It says it
He's
right
about as
there.
white as they
He was the
come.
fucking mayor of Flint from 2009 to 2015.
yeah, but what about when they were when they gave the relief?
That's when the water fucking crisis happened. Was 2014 is when it happened. He was the mayor.
I don't know. I'd have
So
to
go-
look it up. But
was
I
he a
remember
Democrat?
that
Yeah, he
there
was a
is
Democrat,
lady
though.
He was a
that
Democrat.
was
Yeah.
tied in with like the whole.
So he was
scandal.
right. It was a Democrat, but it wasn't a.
It wasn't a woman.
What are you talking about? The whole scandal? It was because the emergency manager deemed that it wasn't cost effective to add the fucking chemical that needed to be added to the water to stop it from leaching lead. He deemed it was
But
proven.
again, the problem there,
And they kept it
the
secret.
problem there that I'm hearing is something that no one's addressing. Let's fix it with a chemical.
Oh my God!
How about let's rebuild the infrastructure?
Well, that's
And
what
who
they're
the fuck
doing
did-
now.
No, they're not. They're not
Oh,
rebuilding shit. They ain't done shit up in
Exactly.
Flint.
No shit.
And yes, you're right. They should do
No,
that.
they got some. They got
But
some.
again,
But
if
it's
you
just
bring
like-
that up, you know what they say? Fix it yourself.
My
No,
favorite
they
part
got
is
some money from the federal government.
When I talk-
They're fixing pipes up there.
when I
They took
talked
the-
with the guy from the
Yeah,
White.
yeah.
So what you're saying is they still should have poisoned people because they shouldn't use chemicals when they know they need to use chemicals. You're correct. They should fix the infrastructure.
No, what I'm saying is, you don't shut off the infrastructure. You leave the infrastructure. You let everyone know that they need to boil their water, and you
not
stop.
No,
and
and
you're
you
not understanding what
hold on,
happened.
and you stop charging them for it. The criminal thing is that you're charging them for it.
Wait a
This
minute.
shit makes you fucking retarded, dude.
Listen, dude.
Not fucking like.
Listen, it's
Right.
the pipes. The pipes have corroded
Lead.
on the listen.
And
the pipes
leaks
have
out
corroded on the inside
to where these kids are actually starting to have mental issues.
because it's
That's how
lead. Those
high
lead
lead was.
pipes.
I know.
And boiling water doesn't take care of lead.
No, it doesn't.
And that thing doesn't take care of that amount of lead. We have high lead, so I have to use that.
Yeah, we have
So
higher.
They
lead
had
than
such
them
high lead.
right
No,
now.
no,
I
we
think.
don't. They no, depending on the house, because their houses. That's the difference between them and their houses were built in the fucking 30s.
Whole different plumbing.
Whole different plumbing. system.
We have wood pipes here. The guy from Hazel Park.
Every house in Hazel
They
Park
said,
in this
they
area
said the
for sure.
infrastructure still runs on the original wood
That's fine,
piping system.
but that was still the 50s.
No, that was before that.
No,
That's-
Hazel Park. Every house in this
if
area,
there's
I've looked
wood
them up.
pipes,
I'm telling you, I looked up every house in this area, and they're all. I tried to find the oldest one, and the oldest one's like 48.
Did you know that
This
wood?
neighborhood was built in the 40s and 50s for the
Did you
fucking after the war.
yeah.
Did you know if you get wood wet and keep it wet, it's as strong as concrete?
Yeah, what's wrong with it? And wood's better than.
As long as it stays wet.
Well,
But
they,
either way,
they, like,
Flint's built in the fucking
sap it.
1920s.
What did we just smoke?
Sorbet TS4.
That's good.
Yeah.
I know some of it.
That part is good.
I know. Just that we got to get it right. When we get it right,
I finally got fucked up.
that shit's gonna work. But either way, he still didn't take into account that it was a Republican governor that had complete control of the city and was the one that made the decisions
To put it in the-
fuck over the citizens of Flint.
Yep.
If they'd have just left it in Detroit and tried, instead of just trying to save money, gotta save money here, gotta save money there.
That's why I love this country, because there's freedom of speech and you can listen to both sides and anybody you want.
Yeah, but you
And
know
it
what they
does-
should have? They should have a disclaimer. When he says something like that, that's not true. Why? Why can't you be fact checked?
Because-
If I'm wrong,
Because it's
I
your
should
own,
be
it's your
fact
own
checked.
ignorance if you believe every word.
Well, that's why when AI gets here, all that will be
Completely
taken care
disagree.
of. Because I'm going to tell you right now,
It's your own greed to
They
put
let-
out falseness.
they let Trump say too many things and no one questions him immediately.
They don't care because you can't. What's the point?
No, but they should anyway. Somebody should anyway.
You can't. He says half the shit he says without people that are able to who can question him. Then you try to ask him a question that confronts him, he walks away like a baby. Have you not seen it? You ask him a question that makes him mad, he just storms off. So you either have to sugarcoat your questions and hope he doesn't storm off, or talk to some bitch who just basically tells you that Trump knows everything and you guys are stupid. The media is always fake. Unless it's for me. If it's a conservative point of view where I'm going to get votes, then it's real as fuck.
I think he's done.
No, I think he's fucking not done. I think he's going to cause more problems.
We got a tooth and nail race coming up. This is going to be
it's not even be tooth and nail.